Donna is a real soulmate, I can tell you. I call her about once a week and vent and share and commiserate and just let the stuff go that I can't share with the larger audience out there, because the key to our success here is keeping the morale up. And every day it's a slippery slope that you find yourself on, dealing with legislators who will promise you the sun, the moon, and the stars, and then you turn around and many of them are gone. They just disappear. It's a high wire act. I've been at this full time now for 3 years. My longer organizing history dates back 37 years. I turned 50 in another month. So I've been at this since the age of 13. And I'll tell you, this is the most gratifying political campaign of any kind I've ever been a part of, electoral or issue. This is an extraordinary issue. And I believe that fundamentally, once we get single payer done, this will actually turn our democracy around. There is so much more at stake. I think people get that in this room. This isn't just about health care. This is about reversing the corporatization of our economy and our politics. So my name's Chuck Pennacchio. I'm Executive Director of HealthCare4AllPA Pennsylvania, and we have about 10,000 Pennsylvanians partially or fully mobilized in support of House Bill 1660 and Senate Bill 300. I'm sorry, Senate Bill 400. We just changed the number this session. House Bill 1660 and Senate Bill 400. We have 26 chapters that are moving mountains. We have reached out to every state house and every state senator in Pennsylvania, and I spend about 60% of my personal time speaking with Republicans. And I share this with other compatriots, with other colleagues around the country, and they say, first of all, why are you doing that? And secondly, how do you do that? And without getting into a lot of detail, I think it's important to share information. So I've brought up here, and maybe folks can copy these at an office, but these are copies of the PowerPoint presentation that I lay out before Republican and Democratic legislators. And just to let you know that one of the real keys to succeeding in advancing this conversation is to be smart about our language, so that when I'm speaking to conservatives and Republicans, I talk about one payer. Now, why do I say one payer? Because it doesn't blow them out of the room. It actually gets the conversation moving forward. I refer to single payer as a centrist solution because it's an idea of the left, public funding, and an idea of the right, private delivery. It's a centrist solution. It's a mainstream solution. It is an American solution. If you look at our history, Americans have succeeded when the public and the private have come together, when institutions have come together, whether it's industrialization, whether it's waging war against global fascism, whether it's adopting the GI Bill, whether it's adopting Head Start, whether it's advancing civil rights. The point is that Americans come together and do our best when we work together, and we've allowed ourselves to be divided against one another. So it's important that we think in terms of language that unifies us, brings us together. Without going into our legislation, which I won't, I'll leave that to this. I know I need to be short with comments, but Pennsylvania enjoys a certain advantage that other states don't at this particular moment. I truly believe that Pennsylvania is ground zero for 4 basic reasons. First, we've been able to squeeze our governor into committing to sign the bill, not once, not twice, but 3 times, and we have him YouTubed. And we have his staff repeating it again and again and again, that once this passes at the end of the rainbow, our governor will sign it. We have the only governor in the country, Ed Rendell, who's now committed to signing our legislation upon passage. Secondly, our legislation is unique in the fact that it contains the funding authorization. It's a fair tax-based single-payer bill. It's a fair share health and wellness tax, 3% for individuals, 10% for business payroll. But the point here is that once the bill passes and once the governor signs it, it's done. It becomes the law of Pennsylvania, January 1st, 2010. We don't have to put it up for a referendum vote for taxpayers, for voters, then to approve a tax. That gives us a huge advantage. So the governor committed to signing it, funding authorization contained within the bill. Thirdly, as Donna referenced, we are getting Republicans to sign on. We've had at different points up to 9 Republicans between the House and the Senate signing on. We currently have 4 House members signed on with single payer, Republicans. This is a conversation that has got to occur. I absolutely encourage everybody to talk to all of your legislators, because fundamentally the winning coalition around this will be what I call conscience Democrats and conscience Republicans. Those who on the Democratic side are not compromised by the dollars. And I think everybody in this room knows that Democrats are now receiving more insurance and pharmaceutical dollars than Republicans. Talk to them all. For the Republicans and Democrats, health care is a very personal issue. It's not just about ideology, folks. It's not just about fear of government. Everybody has stories. So have these conversations, and you will discover common ground that you never imagined before. Have a very clear conversation. Go into it. Take a deep breath. Go into it fresh. Have a serious conversation. I would encourage using some of this language that we've got here, and I'll leave these behind for you. So, the governor committed to signing it, funding authorization in the bill, Republicans signing on with the legislation, and Pennsylvania polls higher in support of single-payer principles than any other state in the union. Pennsylvania is, to a large degree, conservative, but on health care, we're not so conservative. Pennsylvanians desperately want health care for all. We have so many communities that are aggrieved, as there are around the country. So, the last thing I want to mention to you is October 20th. We want everybody in this room, and bring 1,000 friends. Come to Harrisburg on October 20th. October 20th is the middle of our voting process. In late September, we've got hearings. Then early October, we've got votes at the committee level. Then the bills are going to go before the full House and full Senate. There are going to be differences between them. They'll need the conference, and then the rally occurs, and then we push the final vote over the top. That's why October 20th has been set. October 20th, come to Harrisburg. Help us, help you. Help us, help Pennsylvania model for the nation the single-payer solution. Because once we get it in Pennsylvania, all of our surrounding states, including our good friend Representative Kucinich's Ohio, won't get on with single payer fast enough. So thank you all for coming out today. Deeply grateful for all you do. Stay in touch. Thank you so much.